So Chariot Energy, the focus of our company has always been to be able to provide 100% green renewable power at an affordable price.
So Mohsin, is there a particular customer profile that Chariot Energy is best suited to serve? And if so, can you explain what that customer looks like? So do you expect other solar equipment manufacturers to start competing in the retail energy space as well? All right, everyone, welcome back to the Solar Surge podcast. Hey, if you're new to the Solar Surge podcast, on this program, we meet with the top business leaders and thought leaders in the renewable energy space. And on today's episode, I'm joined by Mohsin Khoja, Chief Operating Officer at Chariot Energy, and we're going to be talking about the Chariot Energy, your business. We're going to be talking about the deregulated Texas electric market.
Sure.
And why Qcells has chosen to invest in this space. So Mohsin, thank you so much for joining us, and really looking forward to doing this interview with you.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity. This is, I love talking about Chariot and about Texas and deregulation, so look forward to this conversation.
Excellent, excellent. Well, let's start there because the Texas electric market is unlike any other electricity market in the country. Homeowners, in some cases, literally have hundreds of choices of electric providers. So, what makes Chariot Energy's offering unique? What is it that you're able to offer homeowners that your competitors, frankly, haven't been able to?
Sure. You're absolutely right. Chariot is a very unique organization in Texas. A place that is fairly crowded, as you identified, the marketplace. So Chariot Energy, the focus of our company has always been to be able to provide 100% green renewable power at an affordable price. So if you look at Texas just over the past couple of decades that it's been deregulated, most of the renewable energy plants and most of the renewable energy focused companies entered the market at a massive premium. Of course, people that valued green, clean power paid a premium to get these plans. But what Chariot has done is we basically made green renewable power mainstream by bringing it at a reasonable, affordable price at a wonderful sort of quality standard that customers would expect.
That's great. Well, I'm sure you know that a number of the other retail providers have chosen to scale back their net metering programs, going more to an avoided cost type of program where there's a much lower buyback rate than when the customer has to purchase.
Yep.
So do you believe that Chariot will be able to preserve a true one-for-one buyback well into the future?
So Chariot Energy will absolutely have, I would say, the most competitive buyback programs in Texas market. And the reason I'm able to say that with confidence is that if you look at where Chariot is coming from, we are an entity that is owned by a company that has taken leadership in solar space. So our parent company actually has solar power plants across the nation, including ones in Texas. So we have taken a commitment, we made a commitment to be leaders in the solar space. So we are absolutely committed to this marketplace.
Excellent. So Mohsin, is there a particular customer profile that Chariot Energy is best suited to serve? And if so, can you explain what that customer looks like?
Sure. So we, at a broader level, we basically would like any customer that values clean energy and is looking for a very high quality of service. From that perspective, Chariot is able to provide services, energy services, energy to any household that is looking for power. Now, Texas, interestingly, is the most deregulated market, so every household, every consumer or business has to pick a provider. It's not automatically assigned to them. So just like you pick your cell phone provider, just like you pick your internet provider, in Texas, everyone has to pick a power provider. And Chariot would like to be their top choice, primarily because, as I mentioned, we are 100% green power. We're also based out of a solar business, which allows us to manage solar and green power very well. From a profile of customers, if you dig down a little bit more specifically, we are probably best suited to provide power to customers that have solar panels installed. The reason I say that is, as I mentioned, because we already manage, buy, and sell a lot of solar energy, we know exactly what the needs of those customers are, how excess power needs to be traded and provided a sort of great value to these customers for. So from that perspective, I would say Chariot should be the best, sort of the top choice, especially for customers that have solar panels installed.
Great. So what are the synergies between Chariot Energy and Q-Cell's other business activities?
Sure. So Chariot Energy is, because we are very much involved in the solar business, especially in terms of buying solar energy and selling solar power. Q-Cells, of course, is a sort of natural connection for us because Q-Cells has the absolute sort of largest market share in terms of panels manufacturing. They have a great set of customer base, their partner network in Texas that we can work with in order to provide our services to our customers. I think from a relationship perspective, I would say Q-Cells is perfect at sort of building panels, manufacturing panels, providing those to their partners, and Chariot brings in the energy management side where we can manage that energy for our customers.
Very interesting. Now, do you think that there's any potential for this type of model to work in markets outside of Texas, or is the strategy right now just to maximize the opportunity in Texas?
No, absolutely. There's opportunity everywhere. It's just that because Texas market is very well deregulated, it's the sort of natural first place for us to focus on. There are other deregulated markets, but Texas provides the most openness in terms of creating creative plans. So we could really create innovative plans for our customers. We're right now just focused on panels, but storage is not that far, right? More and more homeowners are now installing storage. And managing that storage it has its own opportunity set. And Texas provides the best opportunity to be able to create these innovative plans. But there's no doubt in my mind that this market is going to expand pretty fast.
Yeah, no, you can definitely feel it. And just looking at the RE Plus show from this year, we saw dozens of new participants in the battery space.
That's right.
And then, of course, with net metering policies changing across the country, the need for battery storage from the homeowner side has never been more.
Absolutely.
Now, for many years, California has sort of been the leader in terms of solar policy or solar utility policy, buyback policy. Do you see Texas potentially emerging as a leader or a trendsetter in that space going forward?
I think so. I think so. The rules around storage are still being debated by the grid managers in Texas. We have an opportunity to provide input in that, we as retailers as well as customers. So I think as those rules finalize, I think we will have a lot more opportunity in terms of on the storage side. Texas, being such a great energy state, has already proven that we are taking leadership on renewable side. If you look at solar plants that are coming up across the nation, you will see Texas take a lead. We've already taken the lead on the wind side. So absolutely, from a state perspective, I think there's enormous opportunity.
Excellent. So do you expect other solar equipment manufacturers to start competing in the retail energy space as well?
That's a good question. I always wonder what is keeping them from taking a more active role. I think the reality is that manufacturing is a very different business from energy management. And there may be a lot of competitors that would be looking at sort of just focusing on manufacturing, making better and better panels, making better and better storage devices. But when it comes to Q-Cells and Chariot, we have a much sort of broader view of the market. We believe that the entities that are more vertically integrated in this market will be able to provide a more competitive solution to the customers in future. So from that perspective, I feel we're on the right path. It remains to be seen if other solar entities are able to do the same. It does take a lot of resources to look at this business from an end-to-end perspective. I'm glad that our companies can provide those resources. It remains to be seen if our competitors can step up.
Yeah, well, I mean, from my perspective, it seems that you and Tesla are kind of ahead of the pack and all of that. But that does seem to be one of the trends in our industry right now is this, what I'm calling convergence, but it's basically consolidation to where you have a single provider that's not just providing one individual component of the system, but in many cases providing the entire system and then other services that are needed to make it work, like financing or like a net metering plan. Right? All of that goes into the home, into the final overall experience for the customer. And so it's interesting, I know from my perspective, of seeing, wow, all of this is kind of being wrapped up, in many cases, wrapped up under one provider to have that consistency of experience.
That is absolutely right. One of the things, we're pretty close to our customers. We sort of get feedback from our customers. We solicit feedback on an ongoing basis. And one of the areas of frustration in the industry is exactly what you pointed out, which is that there are just so many different entities that the customer has to deal with. And the more it's sort of synergized and sort of packaged in a way, the easier it would be for the customer.
Excellent. Okay, so if there's a Texas homeowner who's listening out there and they want to get on a net metering plan, how can they learn more about your company? How can they get on one of your programs?
Absolutely. I would invite everyone to check us out at chariotenergy.com. We're probably the only providers that have a separate section for customers that have rooftop installed. So when you go on our site and you put a zip code, it'll ask you whether you have solar panels or not. If you do have solar panels, we will take you to our page that has products that are specific for your needs. We have multiple products that provide different sort of flavors of credits that you could get on your Access Energy. And we'd be happy to hear from you if you have other ideas. We're always open. I'll take another 10 seconds of my quick spiel on Chariot Energy. We're A+, ranked A+ by BBB. We're also, we've been ranked 5 stars by Public Utility Commission of Texas. We've been chosen as one of the top 3 energy providers by Houston Chronicle. So please check us out at chariotenergy.com.
That's great. Well, it's really been nice to learn more about your offering. And frankly, this is a question that we get from the Solar Surge audience quite often is, what is the best Texas electric company? And, frankly, the top 3 companies I would have recommended 1 or 2 years ago, I would not recommend today because they've all changed up the program. So I believe Chariot is at the top of the list right now in terms of the most solar-friendly buyback program that's available in Texas. And of course, as you touched on too, a lot of folks are choosing to install storage now as an additional sort of protection against, hey, what if the net metering program or what if the buyback program changes?
That's right. And you'll find Chariot Energy at the top in terms of providing new innovative plans.
Now, are you limited, or would homeowners be limited to any particular type of solar equipment, or could they use any solar panel battery that they?
No, they could absolutely use any solar panel and battery. We may have some sort of chosen plans for certain partnerships, but in general, we definitely provide very competitive plans regardless of the type of equipment you've got installed.
Okay, well that's a big one as well, because as you probably know, to take full advantage of Tesla's plan, you have to use their battery. At least that's the last time I looked into it. That was a requirement there, and I know a number of my clients didn't like that restriction.
Is right.
Kept them from going forward there.
Yep.
So Mohsin, is there anything else that the audience should know about the Chariot Energy buyback program?
No, I think thank you for the opportunity to let me highlight the program. I think I will leave you guys with the thought. Chariot Energy is super committed to this market because we've got our roots in solar energy. So please keep checking out our website. If you're a customer, please refer your friends and family to us. If you're not a customer, I would absolutely invite you to look at our plans. If you have feedback on our plans, please provide those. And we will be introducing new plans, especially on the storage side. I'm very excited about those because we're seeing that market grow pretty quickly. We also have plans with regards to if you have EVs, but as markets get into a more active role with regards to EV to home power transfers, I think you'll see a lot more innovative plans in future.
Well, I'm looking forward to see how that develops too, because I think that's one of the most exciting new technologies of this year. At least we're all talking about it now, is this bidirectional, using the electric vehicle as a storage battery and being able to leverage that for time of use or rate arbitrage or what have you.
For sure. I think that's going to be an exciting market, especially because as grids are moving to renewable resources, we're seeing more and more volatility in grids. So ERCOT, when you talk about ERCOT as a grid itself, you will see a lot more opportunities of price variation, and that price variation translating into real dollars for customers when it's when they're exporting their power. So whether it's from EV or from their panels, we will see more and more value in that export.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. So Mohsin, for Texas solar installers that would like to offer this program to their customers, or they'd like to partner with you, what would that look like? How would they get in touch and how would they get connected?
Yeah, so thanks for asking that. We actually we've got a dedicated team that works with our partners, especially solar installers. We would be very happy to put you guys in touch with our team. We have some special plans in place to incentivize our partners, and also it really helps us to get a lot of feedback. As I had mentioned, we were very much looking forward to learning more about the needs of the customers. We get some customer feedback, but a lot of the feedback comes from our partners, from our channel partners, that can then become our source of reaching out to the customers. So we have a special plans, incentive plans in place. We would be very happy to talk about those.
That's great. I mean, in the feel I'm getting too, just from the overall discussion, is that you are listening to the marketplace and adapting your offering.
Absolutely.
As opposed to just saying, hey, here it is, take it or leave it. I think that's the experience a lot of consumers are getting is, here it is, take it or leave it.
Yeah, no, I think, and the key difference is because we've made a decision to be super committed to this market. So this is not just any other for most of the retail electricity providers in Texas, this is a market segment. For us, it is the market segment that we need to cater to. So in terms of our commitment to this market, you will absolutely find us completely different and apart from our competitors.
That's great. And it's very much needed as well, too, because I know, again, the Texas homeowners that I talk to, they're all asking, what's the best Texas buyback program? Which is the best program out there? And they're looking for us in many cases to make a recommendation, whether it's the sales professional, the contractor, but they want to know that they're getting the best deal out there. And it sounds like you're really focused on catering to the needs of that specific customer. So
absolutely. We completely understand the needs, and we're sort of learning more and more every day. We're also creating some specialized reporting for this segment because we've seen that most of our competitors provide much of their reporting based on the imports from the grid, and no one is providing any information about the exports that the customers are making. So we're working on some technology products to basically enhance our reporting so that solar homeowners can actually see the units that are flowing into the grid from their system.
Yeah, folks, this has been an interview with Mohsin Khoja, Chief Operating Officer at Chariot Energy. Thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Great. Hey, folks, as always, if you're getting good value from the videos that you see here on Solar Surge, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And also go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. That way, as we have new videos like this come up, it'll come up on your homepage and you can stay up to date with us. But that pretty much does it for today's video. As always, I'm Joe Ordia here, encouraging you to get prepared and be empowered. Thanks again. We'll see you again soon. All right. I hope you're getting some great value from today's video content. Now, if you would like to have your product or your business or technology featured on the Solar Surge channel, feel free to reach out to us at the link below so you can set up a call with our media team to talk about your marketing goals and how Solar Surge can help you get there. Solar Surge is the leading online community in the U.S. residential solar and energy storage space. And so if you'd like to get your product, business, or technology in front of our audience, we can help you do that. Again, feel free to reach out to our media team at the link below or email media@solarsurge.net.